Good morning. So there was an incident last night, and I want to get your take on this. What would you have done? I don't know. I can't tell if I did the right thing or not. Background: I was at the new David Geffen Hall, where the New York Philharmonic performs. It's a relatively new, very new space, and I've been going there more lately. I really enjoy it. If you're into, even if you are not that much into Western classical music, you should check it out. So I went there. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is I went, and I've been going a few times, and I've been going all over the new hall to check out different perspectives. And what I didn't realize, because I bought these tickets a while ago, is that these were the ones where I was really up close. I was in row 2, row B, dead center. Now, actually, these are not the best seats in the house. You want to be a little further back. And in fact, being super close is actually priced down a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. I was super close, and it's fun because you're literally, you feel like you can lean over and just sort of like untie the shoelaces of the performers, which is interesting. Anyway, so I'm dead center, row 2. And it's nice. So what happened was I noticed immediately a younger couple sitting directly in front of me, row 1. And even before the show, I got like kind of bad vibes. And then I was like, no, hey man, don't judge people. That's wrong. And I tried to tamp that down a little bit. But there was just something annoying about these. I would say they were around 30. And it was the way that the woman was all over her boyfriend and with her fingernails just caressing his ear like she was Zsa Zsa Gabor or something. Just really it's a timely reference, but she was just it was something bugged me. But I'm like, hey man, don't do that, don't let people's actions affect you. And I tried to tamp that down. Okay, show starts, and it was an Act 1, intermission Act 2. Lights dim, they do a shtick where the lights move around. It's very nice. And then there was an announcement. Put away your damn cell phones. They say it a little more elegantly than that, but there's an announcement, clear, put away your damn cell phones. What does the guy do when, so here's the deal. There's an opening piece, and then there was a world American premiere of a new piece. The conductor was also the composer, and there was a soloist, this fella whose name I can't remember right now, really kind of fun looking dude, playing the clarinet right up front. This guy he just had to go boop, and he could poke the clarinetist in his nose. And he whips out his cell phone and he starts videotaping. And I am just like suddenly just boiling with just anxiety. I'm not gonna say anger. I was anxious because I'm like, there's no way in hell, dude, who is performing the American premiere of this major new classical piece does not see this bozo with his phone up. There's no possible way. And it was driving me crazy. And I'm watching the counter on his iPhone and I'm like, it was 1 minute, and I'm just like, and of course I can't concentrate on the performance at all, which is my issue. I should be able to block out the rest of the world, but whatever. And it goes to 1 minute, and I'm like, oh my god. It gets to 2 minutes, and I'm like, if it gets to 2.5 minutes, I'm gonna say something. And at 2:17, he did put his phone away, to my surprise. All right, I calmed down, I listened to music, I had a great time. Intermission comes, part 2, Beethoven's 7th Symphony, the greatest. Truly the greatest. Well, it's tied with Beethoven's 9th and Beethoven's 3rd and Beethoven's 5th. It's like the reverse of the Star Trek movies. He gets down there. They start to do the thing, and he whips out his phone again. And I'm just like, oh my God. And there's no way that, like I say, we're so close. I mean, the conductor can't see because he's turned away, but the performers right up there, there's absolutely can see. Absolutely. And it's just like so embarrassing, So again, I'm looking at the counter and I'm like, if it gets past 2.5 minutes, I gotta say something. And then weirdly, he moved his phone down. I thought he put it away, but he didn't. And I'm like, all right, cool. All right. He just wanted like a minute. It's classless, but whatever. But he had it just lower. He had it like kind of in front of his belly. Now, if we were up in the back, if we were in the side, if we were far away, it would have annoyed me, but it would not have turned me into a disaster. I swear to you, I would have said, this guy's got no class, this guy's a putz. Mind you, they make the announcement to put your phones away during the intermission again. They do it twice. So I finally do say something. Now, what I do, of course, I don't speak because, Beethoven's 7th is happening right, inches from me, centimeters from me. But I go like this on his on this part of his shoulder. I give him one of these with the back of my hand. I go, "Bet, bet." I go like this. I go, "Bet." No reaction. I bet again. He turns and looks at me, and I go like this. And I go, "Your phone." And he goes, "Huh?" I go, "Your phone. Put it away," like this. He turns around and does nothing, continues to film. I'm inches from having a Mario Kartial infarction, right? That's what it's called, Mario Kart. I'm about to have a Mario Kart. And I don't know what I do. I just sort of discorporate and just escape into the music. And eventually he does put the phone away. All right. Beethoven's Seventh ends and he kicks ass. And I have a good time because I eventually have a whole, the world, man, like, you can't change everything. I feel like I did the right thing. I asked him in a quiet manner to put the thing away. And I did everything short of, like, I'm not going to stand up and go get a guard, and I'm not going to speak out loud. So I did everything I could. Okay, the thing ends, I'm putting on my coat, and then I feel on my shoulder a beh. Not like a painful beh, but a beh. First beh, I pretend not to feel it. Second beh, I feel it. I turn around, and he turns to me. And he's like, "What's with you?" Now, here's where I realize that the gentleman, and I use that term very loosely, for he is not a gentleman. He is not a gentleman. He is from somewhere else. He has an accent, and I sometimes am good with accents, but on this one, I don't. He could have been from anywhere. He could have been from Chile. He could have been from Israel. He could have been from Russia. He could have been from Italy. He could have been from Spain. He could have been from, I really don't know where he was from. But what I do know, trains going by. It's a good story, right? Believe me, I was fired up last night. It's worth waiting. How's your day so far? Okay. He could have been from anywhere, but here's the key point. Wherever he was from, he did speak English well. So he understood the first announcement, which was right before Act 1, and the second announcement, right before Act 2, in which someone with the voice of God says, "Put your friggin' cell phones away, don't," and then in the program, which he was looking through, put no photography, no videography. And also, like, the dude's got common sense, I would hope. I mean, he decided to go see new music and Beethoven, and he bought a ticket in the front row. He's got some bucks. Like I said, it's a little cheaper there, but it's not free. The guy knows he's a schmuck, but he knows he did the right thing. Anyway, so of course, because when I heard the accent, I immediately thought, oh my God, maybe it's a cultural difference. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe in whatever, in Parmistan or wherever he's from, you're allowed. They love it when you videotape at the videotape again. Take your cell phone camera with at the symphony. But no, he knew what the score was. Okay. He goes, "Why do you hit me?" My accent. I'm going to make him sound like Dracula. He didn't sound like Dracula. "Why do you hit me?" And I say, "Dude, what the hell were you doing? Why were you videoing the performance? You know not to do that." "Who are you? Are you the cops?" I said, "I'm not the cops." He goes, "Why do you hit me and tell me to stop? What business of it is yours?" And I'm a pretty mellow dude, man. Like, I exude, I try to be kind. I try to, like, be fun. But I don't know, it was something about this. We all have our moments, and I just fucking lost it. Now, a key factor, I was much bigger than him. He was a little bit of a shrimp. I don't know where he was from, but wherever he was from, he was a shrimp. So this is a key factor if ever I'm going to get into a verbal confrontation with someone, I have to make sure that I am physically larger than them so that there's no threat. Barring, of course, he's got a knife or something like this. But I don't think he brought a knife to this. I mean, his girlfriend's nails were very sharp, I'll give you that. But so he goes, "What right is it of yours? Who tells you, where are you the cops?" And I just lost it in a very uncharacteristic way. I guess I got some anger inside of me. I give him one of these, and I say, now people are leaving, but there's still people there, and there are people on the stage. The very nice viola player is zipping up and whatnot. And I give him one of these, and I go, "Why don't you take this and shove it up your fucking ass?" Where did that come from? And then he's alarmed. His girlfriend's terrified. And then, of course, you know, he got angry at me too. And he's like, I don't know, he said something. I didn't hear what he said. So I go like this and I point to them both because she's like in my face a little bit too. And I go to them like this. I'm like, the two of you, you have choices in life. Every day there's a choice. Am I going to be a good person today? Am I going to make the right choice today? This is what I said last night. Tomorrow morning, the alarm clock's going to go off. You're going to wake up and you get to decide, am I going to be a good person? Make that choice tomorrow. And I put my coat on and I got the hell out of there. What the hell? Who wrote that? I don't even know if that made any sense. I don't know if I changed their hearts and minds either. I mean, they were probably defensive because there were two of them. If it was one of them alone, maybe I would cause them to rethink. Of course, I'm sure they immediately went out and said, that crazy lunatic, who is he to tell me what to do? But the truth of the matter is, you don't stick your fucking phone up in front of this world-class classical performer and stick it in his goddamn snout while he's playing music. That's ridiculous. Where do you think you are? If you were at an Ariana Grande concert, go right ahead. She likes that. She even wants you to put a hashtag on there. But this is the New York Philharmonic, not the Ariana Grande concert. So I hope, what I hope I didn't do was alarm any of the older people around me as we were getting up. But as I left, like nobody was giving me stares or anything. I just think that there were people just, it's New York, you know, if this was the, you know, if we were in the Peoria Philharmonic, maybe there would be some Peoria, another very timely reference. But if there was, you know, if people didn't give a shit. And this guy was an asshole. He deserved to get yelled at. I did the right thing. Well, that's what I want to know. Did I do the right thing? Maybe I shouldn't have used cuss words. I'll give you that. I try not to cuss. I don't like to work blue. Working blue is a sign of you're bereft of ideas. But and certainly I wasn't going to get into a physical thing. Like if he made like he was going to punch me, even though he was a little shrimpy guy, I wasn't going to I was going to run. If he made he was going to punch me, I'd get the hell out of there, knocking old ladies over the way. I'm not getting into a physical encounter with some guy. All right, well, that's what happened to me yesterday. I'm going to put this on the internet because I am curious to know whether, I don't think I did I know I did the wrong thing to a degree. I should not have cussed and I should not have raised my voice. But sometimes the passions prevent you from using your common sense. So that I know was bad. So I don't get a 10 out of 10 out of this. I do regret that. But did I do everything else okay? If I had kept my words at a PG level and if I had not raised my voice, was it the right thing to do to tell this guy to go to hell? I know it was the right thing to do to tell him to stop. That I'm not going to back down on. I was being the cop in that situation was good. Whatever they may say. Sometimes you got to be the cop in the theater. All right, goodbye.